everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for joining me here. We are so excited about the newest release from Creative Retreat Kits. It is the Faith Art Collection entitled An Eternal Home. I do have a full unboxing over on my YouTube channel, so I have that linked in the description box, so make sure to check that out. The devotional content is based upon the verses from John 14, 1 through 4, which talks about, well, let me just read it. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe in me as well. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I am going there to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come back and welcome you into my presence, so that you also may be where I am. So this whole devotional talks about dwelling with God eternally and what that means. There are lots of verses that you can study. There are some reflection questions, so you can really get a lot out of this if you want to dig deep. I am going to be journaling in my Crossway English Standard Version Bible. It's got a small margin here, a 2-inch margin, and I'm going to do a simple page, but I wanted to show you how you can use these stamp sets. So I am here using that key verse. I'm in John 14, verses 1 through 4. And so I'm going to go ahead and mark that off right here. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where you may be where that where I am, you may be also. So I've marked that. So here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be building this door frame. So it's a little tricky to know what to do at first. I would recommend that you practice on some scratch sheets, just like I did here. Make sure you get the placement, the colors that you like. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've marked off my verse, and I am going to be creating a door. Now, in the devotional, I talk about how I was in the middle of a move, and we have, in fact, made that move. We moved just over a month ago, but it has been so crazy. I'm a teacher, and the move got pushed back, and it was during the school year. So it's just taking me a long time here in my craft room. I am hardly unpacked. So I am using kind of minimal products here. I pulled out a couple of Tombow markers, the dual brush markers, and I will list the numbers. This is number 992. It's a nice neutral color, and that's going to be my background for this door. It can be a little streaky when you color with it the way I did, like using the lines, but it gives it kind of that wood grain look, so I like that. And then you take that center panel that has the door knocker, you stamp that in the middle, and then there's the smaller panel that can be used for bricks, a welcome mat, and I'm making that the top and the bottom panel of this door. The door is a little bit big. It's not quite to scale with the stamps, but it works. And then this stamp up at the top is going to be my transom window. I think that is just the coolest stamp. It's also, it could be like a welcome mat. It could be just a border for some journaling. It's a really cool stamp. I'm going to outline that door with some black. And now I'm going to color in this transom window. I decided to, I actually tried to color it on the page, and my colors ran. So a way to fix that is just by stamping it on some cardstock or paper and cut it out and stick it over it. So I'm taking a couple of Tombow markers, and I colored on the clear packaging over there, and then I pick it up with my aqua brush, which is just like a pen that is like a paintbrush. It's got the water in the barrel, so you can use it as a paintbrush. You could also use a paintbrush. I like using these markers with a little bit of water. They are water-based, and so it gives that watercolor look. The markers are very pigmented and the colors were not quite what I wanted. So they were just a little too dark. So I'm using them with water. And then I'm going to let that dry and then cut this out. So I made kind of a stained glass look. I know when I love those windows that have all the different panels of glass, and especially when they're stained glass like this. So this is the door, and this passage talks about Jesus preparing a home for us in heaven that is just for us, and that we will dwell with him in heaven. Now this devotional, and if you do the study, you'll see that we're talking about what is so magnificent about heaven is just the fact that we will be in God's presence. God's presence is what gives it its beauty. And that home that he's creating for me is special for me, but it's especially special because I'll be able to dwell with God forever there. So my page is going to say, "Take me home." This passage is just a promise, it's a hope that we have a future, that Jesus is planning for our welcome home party to the new heaven, the new earth. What a day that will be. So I stamped the word home, and then I'm using the alpha stickers to spell out "take me." You can see that I'm using my tweezers. I find it easier most times to manipulate those stickers, especially these thin ones, with the tweezers. And there's a little bit of give with these stickers. They don't, as long as you don't press them down real hard to begin with, then you can adjust where you need to. Of course, I'm going to use some of the wonky hearts to bring in those colors. And then I used one of the word-fetty stickers that says "welcome" on it to be like a welcome mat underneath the door, because Jesus is welcoming me into his presence. He wants to dwell in with me, and he wants me to dwell with him, sitting with him and learning of him and growing in him. I've used one of the label stickers at the bottom, and I am going to stamp my date on that. You can see I used a little bit of this washi to mask off. I didn't want the flower to get covered. And I love this washi tape because it is kind of transparent and it's just such a cool pattern. So I put one up at the top that's going to anchor my tab, put one at the bottom, and then here I put it underneath the door, and it really does kind of look like that welcome mat, and then I put that sticker back over top it. I'm going to outline that sticker again so that it stands out. It says welcome, and it looks more like a welcome mat. And now I'm just fiddling around seeing what I'm going to put up at the top. I'm going to take this label, the tab sticker, and put some of the washi tape on the back to cover up that adhesive. And I'm trimming that. And then I use my double-sided adhesive tape, my tape runner. And I put some adhesive on there. And I'm also going to put this sticker that says home on there. And of course, one of the cute little heart stickers. And that's going to go up at the top of my page. I'm going to take my white gel pen and add some detailing to this door, kind of go around the little edges. And I'm also going to take this burgundy marker and outline the section of text a little bit more. And I'm going to also add some detailing on the stamped word home. So it just adds a little bit of color. I don't know. I'm not sure if I like how this turned out. Kind of like the clean look of just the black line, but it did add some color to it. And here you can see I'm darkening up that black with my Pitt Big Brush marker because it was a little bit that wasn't as dark as I wanted it. And now I'm going to add that white detailing, make it just pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to come in and add a gold, well, it's actually like a little paper fastener, a miniature paper fastener. I trim off the back, and I'm going to put that here in the middle with some foam adhesive to be the doorknob. Now, this would be perfect for some of the enamel shapes that Creative Retreat sells in the shop. However, with this move, I have no idea where they are. My craft room is not organized yet. And so I have no idea where they are, but I was able to locate these. So I pulled one out and I stuck that on to the door, and I've got myself a doorknob. So that's my page. Here are some still shots of my project. I hope that this study will bless you this month and that you will contemplate dwelling for eternity with Christ. Make sure to stick by the rest of the month and check out all the videos of the team. Thanks so much. God bless. Bye-bye.